We've got Tim Heenan and Neal Taylor from Holy Fools in the studio talking about the issues of homelessness. And I want to ask Neal and Tim a bit about the actual people that are behind the story of homelessness.
Greg, we saw some fantastic community spirit last week. Neal alluded to that a couple of minutes ago when he's talking about the people coming together. I want to just paint the picture a little bit on certain days, and we had freezing cold days there. Getting that fire going at 10 to 7 in the morning was vitally important. I don't think I could have stayed out, even undercover conditions, with the cold, because it was bitterly cold and you need a lot of clothing on. There was one particular day I had a local mum come down. Marlene came down. She won't mind if I mention her name. She bought a thermos of soup. She was pretty emotional because she'd obviously been looking at some of the posts on Facebook and understanding what some of these guys were going through, but it was important for her to do something, small as it was. I had another day, another lady came down. She said, look, I've only bought 4 bits of wood for you. A lovely lady by the name of Jenny. But the 4 bits of wood she bought were red gum, and they were large in 2 bags. They kept the fire going for about 4 or 5 hours. 3 days ago, 2 lovely mums, single mums with their children, came down from Mount Evelyn. They bought 10 pairs of woolen socks. They bought brand new toothbrushes, top of the range, Colgate toothpaste. They bought some other heat packs and bits and pieces of sleeping bags and mats to give out. Certainly, we didn't give all of that out yesterday, but we did give the socks out. I learned from talking to some of the homeless people that you hang on to 1 or 2 pairs of socks because that's all you can hang on to, but, really they don't get washed. So we had all these people coming together, providing something. They were happy to come and sit down and talk, and even more happy knowing they were sitting next to a homeless person that they could say g'day to, that it wasn't a ghost somewhere that would come out in the middle of the night. So we brought it all down to the right level in the proper way, with kindness and with respect, and got the community people to meet people who were homeless. I thought that was fantastic. Absolutely.
You were talking before about socks and washing, and growing up in home, living in a home, everything's laid on for you. You've got your laundry, you've got your kitchen, bathroom, toilet, you've got bedroom, lounge. You can kick back, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. It's all there. But when you're homeless, you have nothing. So how do you cope? Where can you go for these things?
Well, look, it's best that Neal speak to this because, of course, Neal has in his mind's eye all the networks, all of the organisations, and including Mustard Tree, who are absolutely fantastic. And even I had a share in Mustard Tree, but I think Neal would be better placed to speak.
There actually are a number of places people can go to access services. It depends on what you're looking for, but primarily, if you for welfare, there are places all over the Shire. From Lilydale, we've got Discovery, Anglicare, Mustard Tree, and there's lots of places. Mooroolbark, the Salvation Army, through to Link and Hickey out in Healesville and other places like that. Some of those places do have facilities that help guys who are homeless. Down in Lilydale, Discovery Church, Discovery out of Costello Street have access to a shower, and the Mustard Tree as well also has a shower that people can access if they need to get off the street. And of course, if they come down to the Mustard Tree, we try and I work as a chaplain down there, but we try and generally help people with extra clothing or clean undies and things like that if we can.
Because you're running an op shop there as well.
Yeah, it's an op shop, yeah. On the other side of the shower, the Belgrave, the tin shed there, I think there's a shower accessible there. And I do believe there's a washing machine, I think, accessible there.
Down on Rangers Emergency Relief, there is a shower, and thanks to Councillor Samantha Dunn for instigating that over there, yes.
I think there's a washing machine going in there as well.
Excellent, because they need that. There's nothing else on that side of the hill for people. Yeah.
And you further out, you get the Redwood Centre, I think, is also...
In Warburton.
In Warburton, it's got a few supplies they can give you. I'm not sure about a shower just yet. I think they're looking at trying to put in a shower as well as a washing machine and things like that as well.
Certainly Kate is very passionate, Kate Barrett out there. She has a huge job on her hands, a little bit further out than where we are in Lilydale, but she came in and spoke with us and certainly gleaned a lot from Neal.
There are quite a few places that people can access food and information about their rights, as well as being able to access things like Centrelink and that. But there are not a lot of facilities around for accommodation or even things like storage of goods. There's no. Some of these guys carry around enormous things, but they want somewhere to store their goods while they're a bit more transportable, and to being able to just have a place just to sit back and relax for a bit that's safe out of the cold. So we point them things like the library and places that are accessible, and we invite them down to the Mustard Tree because they can come in for a free coffee there. So there are plenty of places around. It's just we want it to grow. The people to understand that it's not that homeless guys need the community to help them. They don't just need a number of places to help them.
Yeah,
but there are lots of places, and it's growing. The network is growing.
Now, what about transport? Lilydale's the end of the line, but it's the start of the Shire, and then it goes out from there. And transport is a huge problem. So how do homeless people actually get around? Is there any help at all? Is there any reduced tickets? Or is there any Shire help? Is there anything out there for them?
No, I believe, Neal.
I think they can access Mikey cards if they can. If they go through Centrelink, they can access Mikey cards for some basic travel. But no, there's nothing. Like if you're further out, out here in the Shire, there's no discounts, or there's no way of getting back unless you actually have the funds to access them.
152,000 residents, and there's nothing.
Yeah,
that's shameful.
So they would have to approach someone like Anchor and possibly get some sort of system going there where they could maybe use buses or something.
Well, I mean, some of them still get income from the Centrelink from looking for work and things like that. So they've got some income, but they might spend a lot of that on food, particularly fast food, because it's easier to cook than food. And the remainder might be spent on getting to a Centrelink interview or to something like that in Lilydale.
The organisations that exist around the Shivia Ranges are about to go into another phase of their life where I would say severe funding cuts are going to become the norm. I think this is why Anchor is taking the bull by the horns and looking where the meagre resources that they will have in the future are best placed, particularly with youth homelessness. Not to say that they don't also concentrate on the other aspects in adult people's lives and family life, but we've got to start somewhere. And if we go back to the youth, and we can talk till the cows come home about all the statistics, and Neal and I chose not to bring this into a bit of a statistics war this year, because it's more about the people and understanding the condition and the way the people are, rather than saying that they're one of the statistics. And that's why I said at the start of our interview that forget about the fact that homelessness is sleeping in the rough, and all in all, it's all in one, and it means that if a person is going to become homeless, eventually all of those boxes will be ticked and they'll end up being homeless. I think we should stop talking about the statistics and start acting on what's behind the statistics. That is helping the people, or, as I said before, helping the people who are helping the people.
Yes, and with Anchor's proposed survey, among young people, that would be able to highlight what generates and what kicks off homelessness, and then working at those areas.
Oh, absolutely.
To stop it before it happens.
And you'll see a breakdown in the family there. There's no two ways about it, and acceptance or willingness to allow the children to just do what they want, and it goes from that. A lot of things stem back to the family and the loss of the family unit.
Yeah,
domestic violence plays a large part in it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And that's why we have so many single-parent families, i.e. single mums, looking after children up the valley here. And they're the ones that need to be protected.
One of the things that Tim said the other day when I was talking to him that I found pretty profound was, just... And I think the Holy Fools and other sort of, community people are doing a lot. But, there has been a breakdown in community in Australia, I think, due to, like our indoctrination into a sort of like a model of individualistic sort of mode of thought.
Absolutely. I mean, we have trends from America that come all the time to Australia. They take a few years to get here. So what's the next trend? That I am going to be walking down a street and turn the other cheek when it looks like someone's dying in a gutter? Or when someone's reaching out and wanting help? Is this where we are to be in the future of Australia?
I heard someone say the other day that they would sum the problem up today is the selfie.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's encapsulated the whole issue, is that it's all about the self now.
Yeah, what we need is mirrors that we carry around and just sort of look in occasionally.
What we need is to give people a hand instead of the finger.